Hi, I'm Joe Connolly. New businesses spin off more new businesses. You've probably heard of Rent the Runway, the fashion rental online business. Our guest today, Forrest Shinners, has founded a Rent the Runway for ski clothing and ski fashion called Kit Lender. What a great idea, Forrest. How is business going?
Business is great. This year we've seen just amazing growth. It's been spectacular.
In renting clothing only?
Clothing only. So our outfits come in kits, jacket, pants, goggles, and gloves. We also rent snow boots. We sell socks and base layers and some other accessories.
So who is the typical customer?
Typical customer, the majority of our customers are skiers that maybe ski once a year, maybe never at all, from southern states, Texas and Florida being big ones. But they also tend to be folks from cities like New York that, maybe did ski in the past but don't have room in their city apartment. Or, families where maybe the kids have grown out of some of their stuff, or they don't want to invest in stuff for their kids. And then oftentimes they realize that their own stuff is a little dated, and they end up getting stuff for themselves or their husband.
You just listed about a half a dozen different markets.
That's pretty much all of them, yeah.
But those are all huge markets.
Huge.
How do you reach them?
Primarily Google AdWords or Facebook social spend. But word of mouth, referrals from other customers is obviously a major source. So, every person that we rent is referring other people. So that's where our business keeps growing, 200% every year. Is those people really trusting in somebody else, having a good experience, and then coming back. It's harder to get somebody to even search for ski clothing rental because they don't even realize it exists.
So what do you do to get around that with Google AdWords?
We spend quite a bit on the keywords that, like ski clothing rental and gear rental, and, using retargeting on social media, as well as, finding audience cohorts to go after. But
tell me what you mean, retargeting on social media, meaning?
So one of the better places for us on Facebook or Instagram social spend would be retargeting. So if somebody's going to our site, we would then serve them ads for Kit Lender again on their newsfeed.
Oh, that's you call retargeting.
Retargeting. So they prove
in layman's words. Yeah,
they've proven that they have been to our site, and so we're kind of reminding them that we exist. It just comes down to getting, the most bang for your buck. You can spend a ton of money on Facebook and social media channel, or the social spend there, but it's really finding the most narrow rifle shot that you can get at an audience and get return out of them. It's easier in the Google AdWords or Bing AdWords. They're already proving that they're interested in ski clothing rental because they're typing it in. I have to find the group of people and then tell them that we exist, have them click through our links. So, there's millions of people in these groups.
Have there been any cohorts or new groups that have surprised you that you have stumbled upon?
I'm amazed at how much we get out of New York, to be honest with you, just being, the Northeast, of how many people we have in, New York City, even, Connecticut or Massachusetts, that people really don't have ski clothing. They're cold areas, but they have pea coats or, women's, down jackets to their knees, but they don't have the ski clothing. That was always amazing to me.
Your parents owned a ski shop, right? I find this often in entrepreneurial people. Mm-hmm. How important was your parents owning a ski shop in Stowe to you growing up and to your business instincts?
Yeah, massive. The business grew out of the fact that I had a passion for skiing, grew up in the ski industry. When I moved down to New York, it was seemingly getting away from retail and that business, but then I still love Vermont. I still love skiing. These are things that were important to me. So then bringing friends up, our closet is a Patagonia warehouse or something like that. So, bringing up a girlfriend at the time and her being like, wow, this is like Rent the Runway for the mountains. I was like, wow, it's kind of an interesting idea. We looked around, myself and my dad, there wasn't anybody doing it. And, so we kind of put a little bit of money together and started off that way and found out there was a market. But it was, taking that, leveraging his relationships with buyers, things like that, and then my knowledge of maybe more the internet and, using some of the technology platforms to build out the website, using my network in the city. So it was a nice combination that I didn't have to meet all the reps and, negotiate. We had the buying power of a ski shop. I had the knowledge of a ski shop behind it.
What a great story. And
it was
now
pretty cool.
You and your dad are both working on this completely new business model in the family business.
Yeah, it's sort of, I think you see this quite a bit, but it's, sometimes businesses fail generationally. I think this are when, it takes the insights of the past, not forgetting, the vendors and these relationships and him understanding the industry, but then evolving it. It's not as if brick and mortar is going away, but it adds another channel to our business. And, at this point, my dad is, heading towards his 70s. He's, doing the snowbird thing down in Florida in the summers or in the winters. So, it's been nice to then have this to kind of overlay, and I have Tim to call up on the phone. But yeah, it's been an interesting ride to see this really grow.